I would like to thanks to Carlos for the opportunity to talk about artificial intelligence in medicine. So I like artificial intelligence, I like medicine, so I think we are going to try to express some ideas to, after that, discuss about it. Okay, we are going to talk about artificial intelligence at first. It's a marketing word, it's a buzzword. We are going to focus on which technology we have in this world, in artificial intelligence. Then we are going to talk about the different use cases and the challenge that we are going to have in the future directions of the artificial intelligence. And then we are going to make some conclusions to open discussion about artificial intelligence in this field. First of all, AI is a big buzzword. If you see the top 10 technologies, not only from 2020, also in 2019 and 2018, we have that the artificial intelligence is always. We have artificial intelligence, we have blockchain, but always artificial intelligence is one of the biggest word or the biggest buzzword that we have in the newspapers, in the TV, everything has artificial intelligence. This is a thing that is like Alexa objective. You have Alexa in all devices. You have artificial intelligence in everywhere. You want in your house. You want one element where you have any electronic device. You need to put the word artificial intelligence. Why? Because it's coolest. You have a cool thing, a cool word to improve the marketing of your product. It's the same for artificial intelligence in medicine. We are improving the quality because we are introducing the word of artificial intelligence. So this is the buzzword. In marketing, you know, in all TV, you know, ultimate intelligent experience. In all mobiles, you have one specific chipset for artificial intelligence. So in any mobile, any computer, any laptop, you have artificial intelligence. Also in your house, in Alexa, with Siri, with Google Home, you have artificial intelligence everywhere. So Samsung is buying, Intel is buying companies of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence everywhere. Also in your car. The last challenge. Your car is use artificial intelligence to move by itself. Okay, so this is a marketing way to sell one specific technology. The problem is that when we are talking about artificial intelligence, we are talking about different words. We have a bag of technologies, bag of words. When we are talking about artificial intelligence, we are talking about machine learning, we are talking about deep learning, we are talking about natural language processing, we are talking about computer vision, a lot of words, a lot of technologies that define what is artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is a big technology, it's a big word. But inside of this big word, we have very different technologies inside of that. So so when we are going to discuss about the use cases about medicine, we are going to see different technologies inside of these use cases. Not we are going to find the same technology. The problem is that we have successful in different specific technologies. You see the artificial intelligence like a big field where we are working different engineering, physics, mathematics, psychologists, doctors. So there are a lot of people from different fields working in one area. But inside of the artificial intelligence, we have one topic that is called machine learning, learning from the data. The idea of the machine learning, the algorithms of machine learning, is to learn from data, is to learn from the data, from the historic information that people has. One hospital has a lot of information, a lot of data from the different patients along the history of this hospital. So the idea of the machine learning technologies is trying to find the patterns, trying to find the different functions that are inside of the data. So the idea of the machine learning is learn, discover knowledge from the data. So normally the 80% of the use cases use machine learning, using artificial intelligence, yes, but it's using a specific machine learning technology. And the last technology, the last challenge in technology is the deep learning. When you have big data, when you have images, when you have text, deep learning is part of the machine learning. It's artificial neural networks. Are models that inspired how the brain thinks, how the biological neurons works. It's only inspiration, it's only based on this model. But are mathematical models that works very well when we have a lot of data. We have big data, you have a lot of information, you have a lot of images. Deep learning is working and is getting successful results in different fields like computer visions or like data analysis. So when we are talking normally in artificial intelligence, when we are talking about the mobile, the car, when we are talking, normally we are talking about machine learning, and it's now in the last 5 years about deep learning. So I will try to see that when we move the artificial intelligence to the medicine, normally what we think is something like, you can see two images. This is the doctor moving the data, getting information from this is science fiction. If you think in artificial intelligence in medicine, you also think in robotics, like a robot helps to the doctor. Other aspect is that when we read newspaper or see the TV, always we obtain one specific news about Google gets better results with the last artificial intelligence using medical records, or the Washington University researchers or the MIT researchers are working with the last technology. Okay, yes, Washington, MIT, Google, Facebook are working in artificial intelligence, but also University of Zaragoza, Itainova, Inicon, Evis, any company here is working in these technologies. It's not a specific big companies. It's not specific for the big universities in USA or in Japan or in China. Our concept, our technology that is now used in Europe, in Spain, in Greece, in Germany, in France, from small companies to big companies. So now it's a universal tool to improve processes, use cases that current know about medicines. What we expect, what we want with artificial intelligence when we introduce in the real medicine. What we want is data, information, knowledge, plus deep learning, machine learning, artificial intelligence. What we want is to improve the decision making of the doctor. We don't want to drop the doctor. We want to improve. We want to make the intelligent augmented doctor. We want to bring to the doctors new tools, new applications to improve the process of decision making. So we don't want, in any case, to put one computer that you ask, okay, I have a problem, and the application answer the questions and remove the doctor from the equation. What we want is to give to the doctor new tools, new application to improve the current diagnostic. That is the objective of the artificial intelligence. What we have in the present of artificial intelligence, normally we have current small algorithms or current specific narrow algorithms that solve specific problems. We have one specific algorithm for vision. We have one specific algorithm for text analysis. We have one specific algorithm for data analysis. We don't have a global solution. In the future, I don't know if we are in the close future or in the far future, we will have a global solution for a lot of fields. We will have what is called general artificial intelligence. So the idea is, in the future, we will have solutions that resolve problems in vision, in text, in data. Not only one algorithm for specific problems. We will have one specific solution for everywhere. But now it's science fiction. We don't have this solution. We have now a specific algorithms for specific problems. And normally in medicine we have three kinds of problems: data, text, and image. So I'm going to show several use cases, and I think the people that is going to talk after me is going to talk about the specific use cases and technologies. So, but basically we have data, text, and images problems. For example, this is one example of that Itainova is working with the IIS. This is a project that is the responsible of the project is Ángel Lanas, that is one doctor here in Aragon, and the idea is try using data, using machine learning, try to identify when one person has to make a colonoscopy. So the idea is try to identify the criteria that one person from one specific group of people has to make a colonoscopy or not to have to make a colonoscopy to predict cancer, the colorectal cancer. This is one of the projects that we are working, and we have solution. And it's only data. We have historic information from the program, from the Aragon colorectal cancer population screening program. We have a lot of data, and we are looking, cleaning, and we are improving the current data and trying to make mathematical models to predict the how many stool brood concentration is the limit to decide something, to decide if this person is going to be in the program or is not going to be in the program. So this is one example where we take data and improve the current decision problem. Also, other project where we are working in data is the national liver transplant data. So the idea is we have one of the best transplant organs in the world. So we can improve it. We can use data to improve the decision. We are working with the data about comorbidity and try to say how much impact has this comorbidity into the transplant problem. So we are using deep learning techniques, and also we are working with the IIS and the doctor in this case is Trinidad Serrano, that is the leader of the project, and we are trying to use deep learning techniques to detect the probability of mortality when we receive a liver transplant. How we decide that? Using the data, using machine learning. But the final decision is from the doctor. We only give data, we only give information about the probability, but the final decision is the doctor. From the point of view of the electronic health records, in the case of tests, we can, Google, different companies is working to get information from the health records, trying to identify the patients with the most risk for the specific treatments. The idea is try to analyze with big data, with natural language processing, big health records from the patients, and trying to identify the best protocols treatments. So this is one example where text can improve the decision making in the process. Google also in the radiology. Google, I think 2 months ago, we have a news in the newspaper about a new impressive solution to detect breast cancer. The idea is trying to improve the process of the radiologists. So we have a new tool for decision making. Also, we have here a solution from IGCOM, from Instrumentación y Componentes. Also, we work with the University of Zaragoza, with the IES and Itainova, using deep learning, trying to take the information from the different images and try to identify the nodules and identify if this is a bad nodule or is a good nodule. Using deep learning, using machine learning. Okay, we use a database with more than 100,000 of images to identify this one, to generate a model to identify if it's good or if it's bad, this nodule. Also, not only Google is working in this, there are a lot of companies now working in this area. The problem is, okay, small companies, universities don't have the same repercussion, they don't have the same money than Google. So normally this part is higher for the people. I think one of the future of the artificial intelligence is to integrate not only information from the data from the patient, also to use information about the gene information, the DNA information from the patient. Here we have a big data problem. We have millions and millions of data. If we can get this information and to correlate and to identify patterns in this genetic information and prediction in the quality of the life of the people, we can improve the quality of the people. If we can see how we can personalize the medicine and how we can focus specific therapies depending on your genes, you can improve the quality of the life and you can improve the life of the people. I think this is one of the challenges now in artificial intelligence, mixing information from the current perspective about the data of the patients and also the gene information, the DNA information. People is investing a lot of money in this area. And we are working now in Itainova in two proposals in this direction. And finally, robotics. Robotics is also now is introducing in the medicine, specifically in the surgery part. So there are now new robotics elements that are introducing in the process. So I think in the future, these robotic arms, these robots, are going to help to the doctor to improve the current process, the current surgeon process. What is the challenge of the future in the artificial intelligence? The first is how to validate it. Okay, we have data, we have images. How we can validate this information? How this model that we are generating? How we can validate these models? Normally, when we are talking about deep learning, we are talking about black boxes. So it's very difficult to understand these black boxes. So it's difficult to understand what is inside, what relation are into the models, into the neurons, or into the weights of the information that has learned by itself. So how we can validate these artificial intelligence models? It's not based in the experience of years and years of documentations and experimentation. This is based on data. So we need to see how to validate and how we replicate these models and for the successful of the use cases. Also the ethical implication. When we are using data from the patients, we have ethical implication. We have laws that protect us about to use this information to generate models. Also, we have a challenge with the doctors. We are introducing a new tool for the process of decision making. So we need to educate these new augmented doctors for this tool. They have to believe in these technologies. They have to have they need to think that this new tool solve their problems. And we need to try in the future of artificial intelligence, trying to avoid the deshumanization of the decision making, of the diagnostic with the doctor. And one question: will doctors be replaced by artificial intelligence? In my opinion, not. In my opinion, in the close future, it's not going to be replaced. Also in the far future, we are giving to the doctor new tools to improve. It's like a new tool, new application to improve the decision-making process. Finally, for conclusions, artificial intelligence, be careful, normally is marketing. So we are trying to see that there are a lot of successful in artificial intelligence in medicine, but be careful with the marketing when you are seeing artificial intelligence apply to medicine. AI is a new tool. We are not remove the doctor from the equation. It's a new tool to improve the diagnosis. It's a new algorithm. It's a new mathematical algorithm that improves the diagnostic. And artificial intelligence is a revolution. It's a revolution. It's not going to be stopped. It's a revolution. It's going to be a revolution not only in medicine, in all fields, in industry and telecommunication, in any field. Artificial intelligence is a revolution. So it's not going to be stopped. And artificial intelligence are not going to replace doctors. So this is, I think, that one of the premises that I know is going to be improved the current process of diagnostic. So thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Question by me. How long does it take to develop a project that like the one you have presented of colorectal cancer? Are you planning to go from pilot project to kind of commercial solution?
Very good question. We have worked in this project during the last 2 years. It's a research project, and this is the problem. It's a research program. We are now in pilots with the different doctors that are involved in the project. And this is the difficult step, the last difficult step, how to go to production, how to commercialize these products. So, in my experience, this is the most difficult step, because you don't have the money, you don't have the capabilities that has the big companies in USA or in Europe, in the rest of Europe. Normally, when you have in medicine diagnostic, you need to test a lot. You need a lot of money, a lot of tests with patients. So it's very difficult to go from research to production. This is my opinion. I know other fields. I think this is the most difficult field, the most difficult sector where people can commercialize, can have products in this field. So it's simple for Philips, it's simple for Google, because they have the economy scale, but it's difficult for a small company or a startup that are going to start with a specific research in a specific area.
Hello. I would like to know, you said that AI is not going to replace doctors at all. Is it possible that you may be finding reluctancy from some specialists? Meaning, for instance, I remember last year there was a news about an experiment of image recognition algorithm who checked the resonances of people with possibly lung cancer, and the rate of success was better with the Google. I think it was a Google algorithm. It was a bit better than the decisions of the doctors. I can see it's not going to be something good for the doctors.
Yes.
I don't know, to your experience, how are they relating with this new technology?
Yeah, when we are talking about image recognition, we are talking about the diagnostics. It's not only precision of the algorithm. Also, there are different features like humanity that the matching don't have. So there are also low consequences of the decisions. If the final decision is from a machine and the patient die, who is the responsible? The hospital, the manufacturer, the software developer. So it's a complex. I think, in my opinion, are a new tool, a new application to have more information for the doctors. If the machine say, okay, this is 99% of the probability that this is cancer, the doctor has to take this information into account and also the information that he has in his experience. So it's the mixing. The doctor needs more information. The doctor has to take decision based on the data. But I think the doctor is the final point of decision. It's not going to change by the machine. It's not going to be removed from the equation to the doctor. This is my opinion, because not only is precision, it's also humanity, it's also low consequences. So we need to think that Google can put in the newspaper that they have the best algorithm than doctors. Is that bad? Okay. The doctor is going to be there, I think. Almost in the close future. In 100 years in the future, nobody knows.